I'm Herman Trujillo, pharmacist, graduated here at the UNM College of Pharmacy in 2018, currently working as a certified poison information specialist. So really, I think it was not only family, with my mom being an RN, but also with my dad and his current disease states that, realizing somebody has to take care of him, who that person is that's involved in his care, especially in the community. And of course, too, taking care of patients in the community as well. I'm most proud of what I do at this time, working as a specialist, being involved in the community, and aiding, taking care of doctors that may have questions or concerns for patients in certain overdoses or exposures that may occur. The other thing is that I'm most proud of pharmacists and their involvement, the ability to have easy access. When patients have questions, not only are they able to go to their local pharmacy, but they're also able to come and call me potentially if they needed a question answered or a concern too. I think the biggest professional struggle has to be communication, whether that's a language barrier or just an understanding with a disease state and a medication. Medications can be quite complicating, especially when somebody's starting a new therapy, and it's most important to communicate well with these patients so that way they understand and safety can be taken into consideration for them. The other thing too is going to be communication in my job. Working on the phones requires you to have great communication skills because I'm not physically there to see what's happening for this patient. And so being able to communicate well with nurses, doctors, or even home callers as well. For students that are planning to go into pharmacy school, I have to say that it's a great profession and there's many opportunities. So you don't have to just think about retail. There are other aspects of pharmacy that you may just not know about yet. But pharmacists do everything that you can imagine, and there's a lot of opportunity to get into some great roles. For those students now that will be finishing school, I have to say the biggest thing is to continue to learn. Medication, treatments, and therapies don't stop. They will always continue to grow and develop. And you now, as a pharmacist in a leadership role, need to continue to grow with them and learn about them so that way you can continue to take care of your patients properly. I think pharmacists can have a bigger role working side by side with patients in hospital settings. Now those roles have been increased, but I think that we can maybe move forward possibly even with more prescribing opportunity and working more in ambulatory care. It's something that we currently do, but there could be more opportunity to maybe be the one that has that DEA number and doesn't have to be under someone else prescribing, but can be now on their own moving forward, even if that means a further education that's possible, like PGY1, 2, or more. But whatever it takes, I think that would be a great opportunity. Favorite part about working in the Poison Center is going to be, for me, taking care of patients, being a part of the community, and mostly emergency situations. I really do like the high stress. I like not knowing what's coming in, and I like running into things that you never would normally see in an average pharmacy role. So that can vary quite a bit, but it's very interesting and it keeps me on my toes. Learning about specific maybe disease states that I wasn't really thinking about much in a pharmacist role, but also giving recommendations to physicians that I wasn't expected to be giving. And some of them, one of the situations I always think about is like tetanus, for example. Something that some physicians have never seen. Some of them have seen it once in their career, 30 years ago. And so when you get something like that that's so interesting, so new, and you're the guy or girl that's got to find this source and understand and teach them what we're going to be doing, and being a part of that team is pretty exciting. Well, giving back is always important because it's the next generation. It's a group that you want to teach to maybe avoid mistakes that you made, help them on a path to move further and push along the opportunity as pharmacists. So maybe they can find new ways to continue to grow and then encourage them to give back because they've seen examples of pharmacists giving back. But something that I think is just most important, that's why I enjoy coming out to the college as much as possible, whether that's speaking, whether that's being in class, giving a lecture, just something to help guide them from experience. I guess the biggest thing that I never expected to encounter as a pharmacist was kind of going back to communication. I thought that you're used to being in your pharmacy, your hospital that you're a part of. And in this role as a poison information specialist, you're contacted by every hospital, clinic, school, parent, what have you in this state. And so you're looking at, helping out hospitals in Deming, Tucumcari. You're not just in Albuquerque. And so that's one of the things I wasn't quite expecting, but has been quite a joy to hear different people, to be able to help them understanding abilities that each hospital has and being in contact with all those physicians and nurses and staff, PAs, everybody.